I'm gonna try to live on this one. What's up, Megilla? The mug, bro. Yeah, I gotta get one of those, dude, yeah, before they all gone. I'll try to survive this time. 12 ounce. Wait, that's big, yo. Wait, isn't that big? Isn't a cup like 8 ounces? I like that, Richard. It's very poetic. What is that? Oh. Okay, not bad. Okay, I know there's like three people. Like three people. Wait, what? Is this open? What is this? Oh, God. Just stop. Phil, are you sure are you sure that this bead is kosher? Are you sure that that's not going to get claimed? It's pretty clear to me. Um, grinding in Street Fighter. Oh, Final Fantasy 6. I don't know why I read that as SF6. I'm really bad at like doing two things at once, like playing a game and like thinking, doing any type of critical thinking that doesn't have to do with the game. It's like my favorite gun. It's like my favorite. Yeah, we just chilling out for the birthday, yo. Oh God, I don't really, I don't really do shit on my birthday ever. Sometimes I forget my birthday. Straight up, like I'm like, oh shit, it passed. Oh well. Yeah, today is actually my birthday. Why? Like I swear, they say we increase car spawns. We increase the speed of the circle and we increase car spawns. They literally remove cars, dude. There's like no cars left in this game. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's not necessary, really. I probably just brought it up because I wanted attention anyway. So it's cool. Finally, dude. What the fuck? Birthday vibes, you know. It is fitting that I feel like shit though. Pretty much standard. Is he? How hard is he raging at it? Honestly, like I haven't bothered because I didn't think it was gonna be. I watched it for like a minute and like he was like cheesing and he wasn't like angry or anything, so I was just like, okay, fuck this. But if he's raging, I'll check it out. Oh, wait, he quit? Wait, he rage quit? Wait, just he just quit he just quit the Star Wars game? But then he just. Oh man. See, I'm slacking, dude. I don't know how I missed that. Oh, Phil. Did I not add the audio? I didn't add the audio into this game, did I? Or in for this game, I don't think. Hold on. Oh, great. Here we go. This guy wants to get smoked. Oh, no, he's just taking my car. Motherfucker. Oh, member bomb's going down right now, dude. Damn. Nathan Smith. Alright, you should be able to hear now. I just heard a gunshot right here. What? This is fun. Was he upstairs? Was I not shooting? Were there bullets coming out of my fucking gun, dude? What was going on there? Like, because I was holding down the mouse button and I felt like bullets were not coming out of my gun. I wasn't shooting, right? My gun wasn't firing. Did they like nerf the fact like did they nerf jump shooting like overnight or something? What?
Yikes. And I am controlling all of you. And what I do, I wiggle like this. And what happens is your wallet opens up and all of your money flies out of your wallet through the sky. And then once a day I open my window with a big bag, a big sack like Santa's loot sack, and just fills with money just flying in there. Yikes.
He got that.
Money kinesis. I have money kinesis.
He got that.
Money kinesis.
He got that.
Hypnosis.
He got that.
Money kinesis. Controlling all of you. Money kinesis.
He got that big noses, you know, through the pig roaches. Notorious PEG. He got them bills lined up every single week. You know, all these Hogans ain't for free. So swing by and hit me.
Hypnosis.
Please drop a tip if you like the post-nasal drip. If you drop a like, I'ma snort right in the mic. 14 years for these Hogans. 14 years so Joe Boy Joe Rogan.
Hypnosis. Money kinesis. I have money kinesis.
He got that.
Money kinesis.
He got that.
Hypnosis.
He got that.
Money kinesis. Controlling all of you. Money kinesis.
He got that big noses. You know, the pig roaches. Notorious PEG. He got them bills lined up every single week. You know, all these Hogans ain't for free. So swing by and tip me.
Money kinesis. I have money kinesis.
He got that.
Money kinesis.
He got that.
Hypnosis.
He got that.
Money kinesis.
He got that.
Controlling all of you. Money kinesis.
He got that.
Hypnosis.
King of the
This vest is a symbol of that positivity. It's a symbol that together we can have fun as long as we stay positive and we can overcome anything together. I firmly believe at this point in my life, all right, that no matter what comes my way, that we can work together to overcome it. All right. That being said, it's time for something new. Which vest is best? Which vest is best? Okay. Vest is best. Vest.
Yeah, young cat. Got them 150 on my chest. Bitches all around me. And they let me touch their breasts.
21 years old.
Saggy man moves flowing. But that members count keeps growing. So I got to put it on a
Vest. Vest. Vest.
50.
Okay.
150 for the best.
Okay.
150 and I put it on my chest.
Okay. The vest goal has been pretty hard to hit recently. And that's tough when, you know, things are tight. I get it. Things have been tight for a lot of people, you know. Another thing I don't want people to freak out about is the members. The members right now are super low.
Yes, I'm feeling fucking blessed. Begging for hats and glasses and a vest. Coping that the pay-pigs will impress. Everybody's begging me, stop spending on the WWE.
Which vest, okay, is best? Which vest is e-beggar best?
150,
Vest,
150
best. Which vest
for the best.
is best? Which
150 and I put it on my chest.
okay, vest is best. Vest is best. Okay, vest is best.
150,
Vest is best. Vest is best. Vest is best. Vest is best.
with the dairy?
Lost all my subscribers. I'm not monetized anymore. I shouldn't attack the boyfriend. I need my boyfriend. I know, pray when I see it. I've been a predator all my damn life. I'm built different than them. I'm cut from a different cloth. We ain't the same. There may be some gunfire, bloodshed, and bullets. Dog. Damn. You let me trickle. Dog. Laying on your back.
Oh shit. Bro, why every... Oh my god. See, bro, this is why...
I've been a predator all my day.
This is why birthdays are annoying, bro. Because everybody's calling you. Oh, how are you doing? Happy birthday. Da, 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 da. I don't want to talk to anybody, bro. I do appreciate it. But then it's like I gotta talk to my family for like 3 hours. Where's Phil? He's not live yet, bro. You see, he's right here. He's not even here yet. Yeah, it's my stupid ass birthday, bro. So now I gotta talk to my family. Are you happy? Are you happy with yourself? No, I had to take the grandma call though, you know. My mom can wait. I had to take grandma's call at least. Plus she doesn't even really like to talk for a long time, which is nice, which is rare for like a grandma. She's like under 5 minutes, like maybe 3 to 4 minutes, and she's like, "All right, I'm going." No, there's no cake, dog. I don't need a cake. I need Phil to stop begging. That's what I need. I'll buy myself a birthday cake when Phil stops begging. What is this guy, like the Terminator?
And quite frankly, those people who make that shit up should be sued. They should be sued into oblivion. But I'm not a rich man, and I don't have the means to do it. You know, some of that stuff out there has been insanely damaging and messed up, the things they said about me and my family. That's completely false, and they have absolutely no factual corroboration for any of it.
Look at Mom. Who?
I'm a dunce. I'm a dunce. Yes, that's true. He's a pedophile. He's a racist. He's a sexist. Yes, that's true. I smell. I'm a dunce. Offensive, egregious cross-dresser. Yes, that's true. Gifted a body that has a lot of shortcomings, okay? Bad back injury, a severely herniated gout. You oozing with grit, postnasal gout. Gout is a disease that makes you act like an ass. He's a racist, he's a sexist, he's a scammer, he's this, he's that. Yes, that's true. I'm a dunce. I'm a dunce. Yes, that's true. He's a pedophile. He's a racist. He's a sexist. Yes, that's true. I smell. I'm a dunce. Stupid mouth drooler. Offensive. egregious cross-dresser. Yes, that's true. I'm a dunce. Yes, that's true. He's a pedophile. He's a racist.
Thank you, Warren.
He's a sexist. Yes, that's true. Podcast. I smell. We're busy having fun. I'm here on level 1. Today is Saturday, offensive 29, 2023. Egregious cross-dresser. Yes, today is our weekly React Day. It was like Phil's an embezzler. Hold on one second.
This is money in terrorism.
And
Phil's a drug dealer.
So I'm having a dream that basically people are saying every heinous kind of thing they could possibly say about me, but because of who I am, people believe it. I slapped my air conditioner around a little bit. So, you know, this air conditioner is getting old now. I bought it in, I want to say it was either 2015 or 2016. So it's been around for a while. This is probably its 7th or 8th year in operation here. It still works fine, but it's starting to get noisy, which kind of sucks. You know, obviously I don't want a noisy air conditioner in my office, but I'm going to keep using, you know, what I have here until it breaks. I'm not going to be spending tons of money for no reason. And if I have it on for like 10, 15 minutes, it starts to go wow, wow, wow. And if I hit it, it stops. But then it starts doing it again after a little while. What are you going to do? Anyway, welcome to the show, everyone. Welcome to Saturday. As you know, every Saturday is my weekly React Day designated for my Clips show called DSP versus the Internet. And that's what we're going to be doing right after this podcast. We'll be heading over to my sister channel, DSP Reacts, and doing that weekly stream. So I hope that you guys are ready for some reacting fun. If you're a member over there, thank you for all of your submissions this week. We had a ridiculous amount of submissions to get through. I actually did not check to see how many are in the playlist this week. I guess I could. But there's a lot, and there's absolutely no way we're getting to them all. Remember, those people who are Ultra members over there, the people who get priority to get their videos watched, they're guaranteed to have the video checked out, actually. Let me actually see here. I'm just curious how many videos we had. We had 70, more than last week. Even more videos than last week. Holy crap. It's going to be an interesting show, all right? Anyway, yes, that is today. Now, we have a lot to talk about this morning, folks, and here's why we have a lot to talk about. Because yesterday, all day long, I played Star Wars Jedi Survivor right here on DSP Gaming. And if you haven't seen the footage yet, you can check it out. It is live here on the channel. And it's about 5 hours of gameplay of the game.
This is where he talks about how terrible it is.
What we need to do today is talk about that. Because there were highs and lows, but at the end of the night,
what's the problem?
Sadly, we got to a point where I made a determination that I never thought I would actually make.
Did you get no tips?
I actually could not believe it.
Was it a rage quit or a wage quit?
Well, I don't want to spoil, basically, but if you didn't see it yet, you're going to be shocked to hear this, okay? And because of this, because of the state of that game right now on the console that I'm playing it on, we're actually doing other stuff instead until the game gets updated, all right? Now, this is something that I never do. I almost always would buy a new game and continue to play it regardless, but I was having such a bad time last night. I was like, there's no reason for me to play this inferior version when I know eventually it's going to be fixed, okay? So we'll talk about that in a moment, all right? So, instead, tonight on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, right here on DSP Gaming, we're going to be continuing on with my Elden Ring second run. And we're actually in the midst of the Shaded Castle. Is that what it's called? The Shaded Castle or the Shaded Manor. It's the castle that's to the far north of Mount Gelmer / the plateau in front of the Imperial City. It's kind of wedged in between. And it's an optional dungeon, and we've gotten to the end. But now we're at the boss, and the boss, holy crap, is really hard for my build. Like, my build is a Glintstone Magician, also using the Moonveil Katana. Well, this guy hits like a truck, and because of that, I can't really beat him. Like every other enemy in the game, or boss even, if I've just stayed away and used magic, I've pretty much been able to steamroll a lot of the stuff. This guy, well, you're fighting him in a confined area. You can't create space between you and him. You're stuck in this confined area.
That's what I saw. I saw him steamrolling.
And like I said, if he hits you once to twice, you're done. It's over. So it's becoming daunting and challenging. I tried beating him for like 10 minutes last stream. I couldn't do it. So tonight we pick up right where I left off and try to beat this guy. If I beat him, then we move on and we do more exploration. And we're getting very close to Radon. I would actually argue.
He's going back to it. Okay.
that perhaps after finishing this dungeon and maybe doing just a couple more things, we could go actually fight Starscourge Radahn. And that's going to open up even more content for us today.
Well, I'll have to check it out.
We're getting there, all right? So tonight, Elden Ring second run, finishing up that Shaded Castle dungeon, and then moving on and doing some more stuff until we're getting right to Radahn very soon. Okay? Cool. Sunday, tomorrow. My entire day tomorrow is a special React event on DSP React. We're going to be reacting to the Internet Historian YouTube channel. And for those of you who don't know what the Internet Historian channel is, it's a channel that basically deals with factual events in a funny way. So it'll deal with the launch and failure of Fallout 76, or that time a few years ago when people actually thought they were going to storm Area 51 in the Nevada desert. And it's basically like a documentary with I guess, comedy interjected into it. I've actually not watched a full video. I've watched clips and snippets to get an idea, but I've not watched the whole thing. So this is going to be interesting because there's 5 videos people want to see me watch. There's the history of Fallout 76. There's No Man's Sky launching horribly and then getting better over time. There's this, I guess, botched cruise ship called the Concordia. There was Firefest, the music festival that was a complete scam. And then, of course, the Area 51 raiding. So those are the 5 videos you guys seem to want me to react to the most. Now, there's no way I'm doing them all in one day. But you guys are going to be able to vote tomorrow on the pre-stream on what's the first one you want to see me do. And then during the day, as I react to these videos, you'll vote on the next one and then the next one.
Somebody in
so
chat
we're going to have a
said it
fun
too.
day of reacting to Internet Historian. And in addition
They
to
were
that,
like,
there's going to be a live
You
meal.
know, you're going to get to a point where
My wife and I are going
it's
to
gonna
probably
start
be ordering
getting
some
harder,
Indian
like,
food
I mean,
for delivery. So we're going to have a live meal, you know, like a feasting with Phil, right?
Because
A tasteful
enemies
truth.
are going
We're
to
gonna
do so
an
much
episode of
damage
that.
you're
So it's going to be
gonna
an interesting and
one-shot
good
to
time.
everything, right?
I hope that you guys will join me tomorrow all day long over on DSP Reacts for a day of my long-form React event.
It basically
for the month.
becomes
It
like a
should be
no,
really good
no
time,
damage
okay?
run. Like,
Then on Monday, we
that's
get
not
back to
pretty.
regularly scheduled gameplay days. And again, originally it was going to be Star Wars. We're going to talk about this in a moment. It looks like it's going to be Elden Ring on the first stream, likely fighting Radahn that day. And then that night will be Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, continuing out with the Shivering Isles DLC. And then Tuesday again, we'll see what happens. I would love to play Star Wars, but if it's not fixed yet, then it's going to be more Elden Ring, and then it's going to be Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster, and that's my streaming week because Wednesday's my day off, all right? Now, next week, we have the release of Redfall. So I'll absolutely be checking that out. It's on Game Pass. I don't know if it's going to be good or not, but we're going to be checking that out and seeing if it's any good. Now let's just get to it and let's talk about Star Wars. Because right now people already are up in arms and say, what about Star Wars? What's going on with Star Wars? You know, if you didn't see the stream last night, you're probably in the dark on this, okay? So here's the deal.
hold on.
Star Wars Jedi Survivor. All right? First of all, basically all the information on the internet about this game was fucking wrong. All right? Most of the information was saying the Xbox Series S and X versions are the best. The PlayStation 5 version is middle, and the PC version is the worst. And this is when it comes to performance-wise, all right? Basically, everyone is saying this game running on PC is abysmal. It crashes constantly. It has tons of issues. You know, the graphics are not consistent. Don't even play it on PC right now. A lot of people are review bombing this game on Steam, saying, you know, it's really bad performance on PC. Okay?
Yeah, I mean...
But outside of that, the reports were that the Xbox version was the best. So I went with the Xbox
should be
version
able
for
to
two
get
reasons.
them
Number
if
one,
you're
because people were
lucky
saying
enough.
it was the best.
And, like, the
And number two,
fucking-
because it was a little cheaper.
and the contraband
Being that I have
crates.
Game Pass Ultimate, all the EA games on there are a little cheaper. So I think it was like an $8
It's
off
probably
discount or
super
something
rare,
like
though.
that.
I think it gives you
so
the
instead of
odds,
being
though, right?
$69.99, it was like $62.99. Okay?
If you go to the crate...
So,
See if it's in the crate. If you go to the crate...
I'm going off
you
of all
should
the
be able
public
to see if it
information.
can- if it
I
can
buy the
drop.
game on Xbox. And yesterday we start to play it. And here's what I can say.
I'll check
World
too
design
I'll check after
is
this.
actually quite good. The world design of the game is, you know, has more linear parts, has more open world parts, basically has different, you know, kinds of exploration. Similar, I say, to like almost Elden Ring, where in some parts of Elden Ring, you're only in a linear dungeon, and in other parts, there's a big open area you can explore, you can do optional stuff. There's puzzles, there's combat, there's, you know, exploration, and hidden items and things, much like the first game, but I would say even bigger scale, okay? The combat is very
Yeah,
interesting.
dude, I
I'm liking
never-
the combat so far because
I
instead of
never
like the
pay
first
money in
game,
games like
there's
this,
multiple
dude.
stances you can switch between. A single
It just-
lightsaber, a dual lightsaber
It
that's
makes it more
connected, or
satisfying when like you
dual
get,
wielding
you know,
lightsabers,
something
there's
good
two single
randomly.
lightsabers, and each style so far does play differently and feels different, feels unique, and feels like they really tried to change the game so that it would be better and more interesting. Okay, so I really like that about the game so far. Okay, the story, it's not bad, but it's certainly not good. It really hasn't gone anywhere yet in the first 5 hours. You're just like, oh, so the people from the first game
Like, I got this
missing.
shit.
You don't really know what happened yet, and now you get stranded on a planet and you're trying to fix your shit.
I got this randomly.
So it's a very basic plot, nothing really super interesting going on or anything. So with that, it just goes down
think it was,
to
like, the
graphical
top item
performance
in
and the
the
graphics themselves.
last
And the
crate.
funny part is, the graphics look good when they work. You see, that's the problem. When I started playing the game yesterday,
really
within
use-
the
I
first
don't even
couple
like
of
y'all,
hours, this
dude.
game started
People say
to
it's
chop
good,
up
but
and dip
I
way
don't like
below
it.
60 frames per second. Now, at first, it's not that big of a deal.
Bro,
it
if it's
only
not
really becomes
60
a big deal
FPS, dude,
when you're in an area
Phil
where there's a
doesn't wanna
bunch
play
of
it, bro.
enemies and you're trying to actively run between or dodge them, or if you're fighting a bunch at once. And in the earlier parts of the game, it's actually not that big of a deal because you're kind of in the tutorial. Almost the whole first 2 hours is tutorial. We're on this Coruscant planet. There's a little mini plot you're doing. You're learning the game mechanics. So the frame rate's dipping, big deal, right? It's just the intro. Not that big of a deal. But then in hour 3, you go to the first major world, which is called Koboh. Koboh. And you have a linear part with exploration, and then you head to the open world. The linear part was running beautifully. It was a smooth 60 frames. And I'm like, wow, if this is a sign of things to come, I'm pleased. I hope that the game maybe only had
This
that issue
pleases DSP.
in the earlier part, and now the rest of the game is going to run beautifully. And then I got to the open world part, and the game literally crapped out. Like, this game cannot
What a
hold a
surprise,
consistent
Phil.
frame rate at all. Even on the 30 frames per second locked mode, it's still not really feeling smooth. It feels like you're playing a sub 30 frames per second game. There's times when it runs at 60, then all of a sudden dips to like 30, and now you're trying to adjust the timing of your moves, dodges, and parries. And by the way, in this game, even in the very first open world area, and I'm only playing it on Jedi Knight difficulty, which is the normal difficulty, enemies 1 to 2 shot you. Some bosses literally 1 shot you. They either have insta-kill attacks or just 1 hit, you're dead. Or, you know, you're in a situation where you get hit once, now you have 0 health, you have to find a way to heal, but you have no health and no safe way to do it, so you're gonna die. It's tough even in the first part. It's not like, oh, we waited till you were in the second or third world when you really got a
doesn't really
handle
know.
on it. It was just like, no, right away, get fucked up. Okay? And you know, you can appreciate that. If you like Dark Souls and stuff, you're gonna get it. If you like FromSoft games, that's the kind of style I think they're going for. But at the same time, it seems to me like they really shouldn't have done it that early, especially if you're adapting to a game engine that doesn't run well. You know what I mean? Because when that frame rate's going high, low, your timing's completely off. You can't time anything. So, give me a break, right? Like, seriously, just give me a break. Let me at least get used to the game or whatever. Make the earlier game earlier or easier. So at least now when I'm playing the early game, I can enjoy myself. But no, the game just literally just slaps you around right from that get-go of the first open world area. And the sad fact is, I was having fun with the game last night. On my late stream, the whole first hour, I'm exploring this open world. I'm finding items. I'm doing optional challenges of platforming and exploration and puzzles. We went to an optional dungeon. We fought a Rancor, right? It was tough, but I beat
Fuck,
it.
you got it.
So we're having a good time with it. And then the entire second hour of last night's stream was basically where the
You
game fell
piece of
apart. I went
human
into this
fecal
optional...
matter.
Well, I think it's optional. I don't know. It wasn't where it told me to go for the story. But I found this town where it was all either old droids from, like, the freaking Phantom Menace. It was really weird. It was like the Trade Federation droids. And everyone's like, why are there Trade Federation droids in the game? They're supposed to be, like, outdated by 100 years. Why are they even in it? I don't know, because they chose to put them in there. I guess lore-wise doesn't make sense. Or you're just fighting a bunch of, like, raiders or whatever. You know, some guy with a fucking stick. Yeah, he's doing stupid shit. So you're fighting all these optional enemies. You're exploring. You're getting items. And I'm having a good time with it. And all of a sudden, the frame rate starts to dip. But it's not just like, oh, it's just starting to dip. It just keeps dipping, and it won't stay consistent. It's going like, woo, woo, like this. So it's almost impossible to really react to anything. Because honestly, it feels like you're like, how can I even say it? See, there's 2 kinds of lag in a game. One lag makes
What?
it feel like you're almost playing underwater. Like everything you do is monstrously
Two
delayed.
different types of lag.
But the other kind of lag is when what you're seeing isn't representative of what you're doing because the game's graphics can't keep up with the gameplay. I don't even know if I can really explain it well. But basically, you can control the game, but what you're doing
Well, can you
your
at least come
controller
up with
isn't
a catchy
representative of
name
what you're
for each
seeing on the
type of
TV,
lag?
and therefore it doesn't really matter. You're going to get hit. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, everything I do is massively delayed by a second. It's like everything I'm doing works, but I can't see what's going on because the graphics are messed up. So that's basically what's going on right now.
Blaming the graphics, dude.
I'm playing
Come
the game,
on, man.
and we get to this area. That's a really cool area.
Okay,
I like
what
the
really
optional
happened, bro?
town. I'm exploring it.
Why-
I'm finding
why was
these
he
ways around.
really
There's, like,
having
locked at
trouble?
first, and you have to like zip line up.
Is he
to
just
the
not
tower
good at
and
the
unlock
game?
a gate from the
It's
other
too
side.
hard,
Now you have a
what?
shortcut. You get to this optional boss fight, and the boss fight is cool because it's a return from the original game. It's called Ogdo. It's the crazy mutant toad monster that you fought early on in the original Jedi Fallen Order. Only now they call it Spawn of Ogdo, and it's tougher, right? Like, oh, cool. It's a throwback boss. Let me fight it. Except I can't really do anything because my controls don't work right because the game won't run well. It's just chugging along, chugging. And it's up, down, all around with this frame rate. Sometimes the game actually skips frames, and then you're dead. Huh? So here we are, I'm fighting it, you're just instantly dead. What happened? I didn't even get to see the thing hit me. You know? And I tried fighting this thing for a good 45 minutes. And I'm like, it's just not possible. Like, I did everything. I tried fighting a head up. I tried blocking and parrying. I tried dodging. I tried... The final attempt, I tried to stay away the entire
sounds
time.
about
Which you
right.
can't do. You don't really have ranged combat in the game. But I'm staying away for the entire time. And I'm just throwing the lightsaber at the thing. And I'm dodging. And I'm, every once in a while get a counter hit. The problem is this, they made this basically the hardest enemy in the game so far. It's got a bunch of unblockable attacks that are all different. One you have to jump
What
over.
has it got, super
one
armor,
you have to, like,
Phil?
side
What's
dodge. You have
next,
to
super
know
armor?
exactly how to get around each attack. But again, if your controls aren't responsive,
Everything has super armor, dude.
then you're going to end up getting a cheap hit and dying in the middle of it, and that's the problem. So, 45 minutes I tried to beat this, and as I'm playing,
Yeah, he's trying to rush through
a
it.
startling
But I don't
realization
rush
hits
through
me.
games anymore.
I'm like, this is the first area of the game. The first area. This isn't, this is halfway through
Oh,
the
here's
game, and this is
the-
some
here's
kind of
that guy,
crazy,
dude.
over-the-top,
That's his
difficult,
shit.
optional boss that you had to do a quest line to get to. This is just a regular boss they tossed into an area. Can you imagine when you get further into the game and the game is getting tougher and tougher? Can you imagine how much harder this game is going to get with this
This guy wants to fuck around, dude.
insanely bad graphical performance? And as I'm fighting this boss and I'm getting increasingly more frustrated because it's not the boss that's really that tough, it's that the game won't respond right because the graphics are screwed up. And I'm like, I realized I have absolutely no desire to actually play this game any further until they fix it. I'm thinking to myself, I like the gameplay elements.
Oh,
I
wait, so
like
he
the
did
world
quit.
design, right? I actually like
he
these
did quit?
bosses I'm coming across. The story right now is kind of, There's really
Maybe
no
he was
story
talking
to be
about Elden
spoken
Ring
of.
before.
Maybe it'll get better. But what I'm doing in the game, I'm enjoying. My one major gripe that's making this game annoying and not entertaining is that the graphics are fucked up. At that point, I actually took the game and I took it out of 60 frames per second performance mode and I put it into what they consider the stable mode. And even then, even on the stable mode, all right, that's supposed to be solid 30 frames, it's not. I can tell you right now.
Fuck
it's probably
around and find out, dude.
25,
Fuck around
if
and find
that.
out.
And it just feels bad. It doesn't feel responsive. It doesn't feel like an engine that you should be using for a game like this. Again, if this was a game where you're not dying in 1 to 2 hits to everything, then fine, make it that the graphics are fucked up. Who cares? You're going to survive anyway. But in this case, you're not a tank. You're a wimp. You take so much damage from everything. These bosses are one-shotting you. You need responsive controls. And with graphics that are all over the place, you can't have them. So, basically, after playing for 5 hours yesterday, the first 2 hours were tutorial and not that good. All right? Then we got to this world of Kobo. The first hour on Kobo ran at 60 frames per second. That was really good. Then we got to the open world, and the open world was good, but the graphics started to fail. I still probably had a good time that first hour. And then that last hour was one of the most annoying gameplay experiences I've had in years because it just won't run properly. So if you compare, first 2 hours kind of sucked. Final hour really sucked. And then the middle 2 hours, one was great and one was okay. So out of the entire time I played of 5 hours yesterday, I enjoyed 1 hour of gameplay. That's not good. 20% of my time was enjoyed. Do I really want to continue playing this
20%
game
of my time
right now?
was enjoyed.
No, I do not. But here's the thing.
He can quantify
I
his
am
enjoyment
not
in percentage, dude.
saying the game is bad. I don't feel like the overall game is bad. There's a bunch of brilliant things there that I want to enjoy. I spent a lot of money on this game. I want to play it for you guys. Absolutely, I do.
This guy's cheating.
The problem is they fucked it up. At launch, this game is not an enjoyable experience. It is a mess. And so I don't see the point of continuing to play this game with these insanely bad performing graphics when we're essentially at a point where there's no way to make fun progress. Like, probably if I just focused on the story, I could advance the game. But anytime that I'm going to go into optional areas and try to fight these optional bosses and things, the game's going to be tough, and I'm not going to be able to beat anything. So why bother? Why do that? Why cheat myself out of what should be a better experience by playing it now when perhaps I could wait and...
Yeah, why cheat yourself, Phil? Why?
Basically, we could kind of have a patch come out in the next week or two, hopefully. That'll make the game run better, and then I'll enjoy it, right? Like, I just don't see the point at all of continuing the game. I feel like I'm going to be playing a misrepresentation of what the game really is if I try to rush it.
He's scared, dude. He doesn't want to play the shit at all,
sucks.
Dude.
That really, really sucks.
Whatever happened last night, he got scared.
I'm sorry. I usually wouldn't do that.
He was like, "Oh, this is how the rest of the game is."
Why should I play a game that I know I'm going to be frustrated and not enjoy and not be able to do half the content?
80%
Like
cheated,
I said,
yeah,
I will
for
be able
sure.
to complete half the content of this game if it runs like this. I'm just going to have to do like the easier story mode shit and just kind of turbo through it. I don't want to rush the game and then have again, skipping all the content, missing the meaningful stuff. Like, what's the point? Like, the whole point of the game is supposed to be like an Elden Ring style game where you can explore all this optional content. You can do all this stuff, right? So
why can't
the
you?
other
Why
thing
can't
that
you play the
here's what
game?
really pisses me off, all right?
I don't understand. Why can't... He's not telling me why he can't play the game.
So just on a whim, after having played this last night and being so frustrated, last night my wife and I said, well, let's see a couple other people play it. And so we actually watched a couple people play it on YouTube. One person was playing on PC, and it's worse. PC is even worse than Xbox. Like, it's just a trash fucking experience, okay? Then we watched someone play on PS5. It looked perfect. Like, the entire intro segment, the first 2 hours, I don't even think I saw a frame drop. And I'm like, what the fuck? First of all, the information on the internet was wrong. The information on the internet said the Xbox version is running better than PS5. It's a complete lie. PS5 is definitely running way better than Xbox. Okay, so that was just blatant misinformation on the internet. Number two, again, and I've been saying this, I say it again, it is not fair that these game companies are basically selling the same game. All right? And you're paying the same amount of money for it, right? And you're getting a not equivalent experience. If this game was going to run like shit on Xbox, then don't fucking sell it on Xbox. Take more time to fix the fucking game and make it work better. And then release it on Xbox later. Don't say, here, we're releasing it on 3 platforms and they're all equivalent. Oops, actually we lied. On PC, you can't even play it. On Xbox, it's like a fucking slideshow. And on PS5, it's beautiful. Well, no, fuck you. Really, no, that's bull fucking shit. And I've had it. I've really had enough with that bullshit. I want to have a good gameplay experience like everybody else. I shouldn't be treated like some kind of a, oh, you're the bastard child of the gaming world because you bought this version of the fucking game. Get the fuck out of here. No, that's not acceptable. In 2023, when you release a game, it fucking works. And if it doesn't, you're going to make restitution for that, right? People shouldn't have to be sitting around and waiting weeks for the fucking game dev to fix the game. We already bought it.
Phil Burnell's going to
sell
come
it.
to
It
your
doesn't
house,
work.
bro.
So,
Phil Burnell's going to come to your house, kick your door down. All these game developers better watch out. Watch out, game developers. Phil is on your ass, dude.
it tonight. I would love to be playing this on the late stream tonight, and there's no point. I shouldn't be treated
I accidentally
like some
muted
kind
him.
of a, you know,
Damn.
oh, you're the bastard child of the gaming world because you bought this version of the fucking game. Get the fuck out of here. No, that's not acceptable. In 2023, when you release a game, it fucking works. And if it doesn't, you're going to make restitution for that, right? People shouldn't have to be sitting around and waiting weeks for the fucking game dev to fix the game. We already bought it. Don't sell it if it doesn't work. So, this really frustrates me.
I love how he
Seriously,
he
I'm
hates
upset
gaming,
about this
and he's so
because
passionate about it.
It really, you know, I like the game. I want to be playing it tonight. I would love to be playing this on the late stream tonight, and there's no point. I'm just going to get so upset at the game running like shit, and I can't react to anything, and I'm dying constantly, so what? Why play it? You know? It's sad because people were saying last night, man, you know, you watch this game and how badly it performs, and it feels like they really wanted to make Elden Ring, and they failed. And I'm like, well, yeah, and if the point you're making, why play it? I'll play Elden Ring. I'm in the middle of playing Elden Ring, and I'm enjoying it, and it doesn't have these issues. So, why make myself suffer by playing the Elden Ring knockoff when I could just play Elden Ring, and then I'll come back to this when they fix it, right? Dabhand says, PC players got a day one patch today and didn't even fix anything. EA has now said they're going to do many patches next week. So there you go. So I think our best course of action at this point is to take the Star Wars playthrough and put it on hiatus, right? Just put it on hiatus, and when this thing gets patches, all right, we'll come back to it, and we'll enjoy it. I want to play it and enjoy it. I was having a great time, and then the game fell apart. I'm like, well, why am I going to bother? So, to those who are looking forward to Star Wars, like I was going to play it a lot. I was going to play it tonight. I was going to play it Monday. I'm sorry. I didn't plan on the game being this bad. I haven't played a game that performed this bad on a modern console in a very long time. So, we're in a situation that's pretty unique, honestly. And I kind of feel like we all kind of got cheated. Because I was at the other people will be enjoying this game and playing it because they're playing it on PS5 and I can't enjoy it, right? And no, I'm absolutely not going to be buying it again on PS5 and starting over and playing another 5 hours. That's horseshit. They got to fix this game on Xbox so I can play it, all right? So, you know, that's what I'm going for. I'm sorry. Again, I mean, I really shouldn't be apologizing because it's not me that screwed the game up, right? It's the game devs that fucked it up. But I feel like I have to apologize because when I promise you guys something, as this is coming, this is what's going to be on the streams or whatever, I want to deliver on what I've promised. And this is a case that I can't really deliver. Even if I play the game, it's going to be not a fun experience for anyone. It's going to be just ultra frustration on both ends where I can't have fun with it. And all you're going to do is hear me complain about how bad the game's running. And I can't react to anything. And what's the point of playing it, right? So I apologize because I want to play it. You want to see it. And I can't give that to you. Okay?
No, but that's what we want, Phil. That's exactly what we want to see.
No Star Wars for now.
We want to see you complain
Let's
about
hope
it.
they fix it. Okay? I hope so. I hope they fix it. I hope we're in a situation where they're going to make actual progress towards fixing it and not, oh, we released it so you deal with it for fucking a month. And then maybe we'll fix it down the line. Like Dabhands just said, it seems EA is well aware that they fucked it up, and they're saying that they're going to patch it this week. I hope so. Please let me know when the patches hit, because I am interested in playing it again as soon as possible. You know, if the patches hit Monday or Tuesday and we can play it then, I'd love to play it then. But at this point, why even go back, right? So we'll wait, okay? But now that it's the end of the world, you guys were definitely enjoying the Elden Ring streams. People were coming and engaging and supporting those streams. I know you guys were enjoying the run. The run's very different than my other runs, and as we're now seeing, like tonight when I play it, there's going to be different roadblocks in this playthrough. Parts that easily I steamrolled through my first run, and now I can't. Like this boss we're fighting, I destroyed this boss in my first run. Now I can't beat him at all because the different build, and I'm not playing to my strengths. I'm locked in a room with this guy, which means there's no room to maneuver and dodge. I can't make space and just snipe him. I need to find a way to win and survive, and if I get hit twice, I'm dead. So it's pretty challenging.
It was only a matter of time, bro. It was only a matter of time.
How it goes tonight. It should be fun. If you were like
enjoying
seeing my ass get handed to me last night in Star Wars, that's gonna happen tonight in Elden Ring. The whole playthrough is not just a steamroll. This is gonna be me getting slapped around. So, I hope you will join me tonight for Elden Ring. And then if this game doesn't get patched, Star Wars that is, by Monday, it's going to be more Elden Ring until they fix it. I hope they do fix it sooner rather than later. I really do. Okay? Sorry. This sucks. This whole situation sucks for everybody. I want to play this game that seems like it's great, and I can't enjoy it, and that's not fair. All right? All right. And I know that's not something I usually do. In fact, it's a rarity that I would do an on-the-fly
Life isn't fair
schedule
for Phil,
change
dude.
like that. But I feel like this is the best for everyone. Right? Hobox is saying the PS5 version isn't any better. Well, Kat and I watched someone play the entire intro last night on PS5, and they didn't have a single frame drop on PS5. We were watching, and it was like nothing, zero. It played
Sniper.
beautiful. And I was like, that's not my experience. When I was playing, the intro was
This guy's
very,
fucked.
very stuttery. Had a lot of frame drops. So all I know is in the first 2 hours, it was a different experience. You know? Anyway. So that's the deal, everyone. Sucks, but it is what it is. So now, with the schedule again, to reiterate, today it is DSP versus the Internet, you know, the reaction after this podcast, but then we're going to play Elden Ring tonight. Tomorrow we're going to be doing an all-day react event to Internet Historian anyway, but then Monday, Tuesday look like they're going to be Elden Ring rather than Star Wars. Now, if you're just so tired of Elden Ring, that's okay because we're having a new game with Redfall next week anyway, all right? Okay. All right. There you have it. So, thank you all, and thanks for understanding, because I know this is a shitty situation, okay? Outside of that, I don't really have too much craziness to talk about today.
If Phil was more entertaining, he wouldn't have to switch games so much, dude. You know? Phil, people can play one game, that's it. It's because they're entertaining, too, you know? But he tries to cover up the fact that he's just, like, not entertaining at all.
I don't really have much at all. No updates on anything going on, you know, because some people say, what about the copyright strikes? Yeah, they're going to be there. The copyright strikes aren't going to go away. I put in the counter notices, and we have to wait the entire, you know, time frame that.
Yeah, you have to wait, just like everybody else, dude. Just like me, just like everybody. You gotta wait 15 days for each strike to expire.
It takes for those counter notices to go through, which is, you know, 2
Takes
weeks.
exactly 15
So we're like half a
days.
week into it, you know, it's like, or half a week into this fucking situation, and we're waiting, and they're gonna clear up in about another week and a half, and there's nothing I can really do about that. Just sit here and wait like an idiot. Yes, I am speaking with legal counsel, and that's going to be a long, ongoing process, right? So that's happening. So there's really no updates on anything. We move forward business as usual, all right? Because some people were like, well, I thought you were going to Twitch. What? No. I never said I was going to Twitch. I don't want to go to Twitch.
You did say you would go to Twitch. He did say that. He said it the other day. It's what they do. They get you in a loop, Phil. They hit you with 2. You think you're safe. You think you're about to get out of it, and then all of a sudden, boom, you catch a 3rd one, it goes down, then they hit you with 2 more, and then the cycle repeats itself over and over and over, dude.
I want to stay here on YouTube. Twitch is only a backup if something goes horribly wrong on YouTube. So it's not happening unless, you know, I can help it. We're going to stay here, and we're going to keep having fun every day on my YouTube channels, like I want to do, okay? So don't nothing there going crazy or anything. Like I said, I checked for game news today. There was really nothing going on in the realm of game news, besides people upset that this Star Wars game runs like shit. So, that's the deal.
Yeah, he said he would go to Twitch, but, I don't believe he would. I believe before he went to Twitch, before he would go back to Twitch, I feel like he would go check out, like, you know, Kick or some shit. Because Twitch does, they do take the 50%, right? They take, like, the most out of anybody, I think.
All right. I'll let you know if there's any updates, okay? Outside of that, it looks like we got a tremendous amount of gifted memberships this morning. What I'd like to do is check on this right now.
I saw those, Phil. Let's talk about that.
And do some shout-outs and update the leaderboard, right? Let's take a look at this. So I think it was Nathan Smith did a 10-member bomb this morning as the stream was going live. So congratulations to the following people who all just got gifted a membership. We got Kenib, Alex Arsenault, Fallen on the Sand, excuse me, Redman21, Dank Spectre, My Ruin, Atlas Sun, or Atlason, Jeremy Kyle, Kagome, and Bobo Bone, who are all just gifted a membership. And that would mean that we got 10 new memberships today so far, which means that we are actually up to 691 members. Now, being that we already got that, obviously what I'll try to do is have my goal today then be, can we hit 700 members again? We were at 700 members the other day, but within just a few hours of hitting it, sadly a big member bomb expired, and then we went down to like 670, okay? So, I guess we'll see, but if you're interested, you know, memberships are great on this channel. You get tons of benefits, including a chat crown badge to show how long you've been a supporter, including access to all
Let's run through the benefits, shall we?
of my emotes, which is great. You know, you get priority access
Dank
when I do my
Spectre.
Q&A show, Ask the King. Where
Sounds
you're
dented.
a much increased chance that your questions will be answered, and that show's coming up, I believe, late May. You know, many other things. When we do special events, usually it is the channel members who get priority for any kind of privileges or voting on those. So, please consider becoming a member. It helps this channel. It gives you a bunch of benefits, all right? Or maybe you're someone who supports this channel, and you're like, well, perhaps I'd like to help out, but also help the community. Well, you can give some memberships. Giving memberships is a great way to support the community and help out not only, you know, obviously this channel itself, but also your fellow viewer, who you could really benefit from having that membership, especially with all the fun stuff that's coming up soon. So please consider maybe gifting some memberships.
Look to the left. Now look to the right. One of these dents will tip Phil Bruno.
To the channel. All right? All these things are available. Now, outside of that, you've got super chats, super stickers, tips. All these things are available as ways to support this channel. If you'd like to go above and beyond, I would really appreciate that. If you could support the channel, that would be great. In particular, today, we're doing things a little differently because I'm starting here on DSP Gaming, but then we're moving over to DSP Reacts for my DSP versus the Internet clip show. Any tips contributed to this stream will count towards the next. So even though this is just a podcast, when the podcast ends and we go to the next stream, those tips will stay in place. So if, let's say, for example, we hit a goal and I got Gunner glasses, well, those Gunner glasses will remain for the next part, okay? So they're not going anywhere, okay?
Classic gotcha technique, right? Classic. He probably ripped it right from a mobile game. He rips all his techniques from mobile games, dude. You gotta make him feel, you know, he's making them feel like their tips are more valuable, you know. Don't worry, you know, there's still value to your tip. We're gonna add it to the next stream, right? Yeah, gotcha.
Someone's asking, do you have the air conditioner on? I do. The sun is hot and beating outside the wall here, and if I didn't have it on, it would likely be in the 80s, if not 90 degrees in here. To give you an example, let's see here.
Phil is a living
It's
mobile
apparently
game, dude.
at least 76 outside already and warming up.
Phil's the walking
So in the
embodiment
sun-
of a mobile game.
All right, it's going to end up being basically like, you know, 90 degrees in here, and that's why I need to have the air conditioner on, okay? So, hopefully it's not too loud. Again, there's not much I can do. It's going to be going on and off during the day. This is something that happens the entire summer season, folks, and, you know, can't really help. I apologize. I really do. I don't like having an AC making noise, but I have to have it on or else everything in here will overheat, including me, okay? Okay. So thank you, Nathan Smith, for the gifted memberships. Jason did a super chat. He said, I promise your Xbox was thermal throttling. I mean, maybe you're right. I really don't understand what is the issue that causes this kind of frame stutter. All I know is that it makes the game very unfun and unplayable. So, there you go. All right, give me 1 second, because my nose is bothering me. I think what's going to end up happening is now my allergies are going to be kicking in, and I'm going to have to start taking allergy meds. I've noticed the past couple of days, my sinuses are like inflamed, and now I feel like almost swollen in my right nostril. Ugh.
That post nasal drip's going
Blow my
hard
nose
right
quick.
now.
and then we're going to continue on. We have a bunch of shout-outs to do. I'll be right back. Give me like two seconds.
I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it.
It's like a faucet
Sorry,
dripping.
I couldn't find
I
it.
can't turn it off. I can't make it stop. Then I'm like, damn, my post-nasal drip is going. My sinuses are inflamed. My throat is gunked up. What is going on here? Damn. Snort, snort, snort. Very annoying. So I get the feeling I'm gonna have to start taking my allergy pill every day now. I still have some from last season, so I have to start taking them and then get some more. Stock up. Sucks. Anyway, all right. So, some shout outs here. We have tips to shout out. Let us start today with an overnight tip from Game Checker, and it is a $50 tip. All right.
God damn.
And
look at that.
let's get Game Checker on the leaderboard for a whopping $50 tip. What a very generous contribution this morning. Thank you so much, Game Checker, for that. Let's get you up on the leaderboard. That means
Game
Gunner Glasses
Checker.
already, and we've just started. Okay. Oh, look, and immediately we've got a troll who immediately gets banned. Congratulations, you fucking idiot. All right, let's continue now.
Phil, what did we talk about?
Very good.
You're still acknowledging the trolls.
Good, good.
It still
Go,
counts.
Gunner Glasses time.
It still counts as attention, Phil, even though you don't say the message.
Nice big message here to read from Game Tracker. Let's see what he has to say this week. Thank you so much, Game Tracker.
Game Tracker.
Right.
Okay.
So, polish the glasses.
Polish your brain.
Okay. Game Checker says, what a week it has been. I know you've been going through another round of bullshit this week. Absolutely. And that fucking sucks. Absolutely. That said, the size of my tip today has nothing to do with that. I was super busy this week. I'm so busy I didn't realize you even played the Street Fighter 6 demo until your stream had already been ended. I was so busy, I didn't even watch those videos on demand yet. You know, I can't wait for the release of the game and that I'll be here to support it. This week was not the time for it, apparently, though. I'm even done with the fighting game content submissions for your clip show, at least for now. I'm just going to go back to submitting some funny stuff for a bit, and I wish you the best. Very nice. In fact, it's funny that Game Checker mentions this. Recently, as you guys know, I announced we're going to be doing a whole special Street Fighter event in May to hype up the release of Street Fighter 6. I haven't thought of a name of it yet. I'd like you guys to help me. It's going to be an all-day marathon in mid-May, probably around May 21st-ish, which is a Sunday. During that day, just get this. Here's what we're going to be doing that day. First of all, I'm going to be playing old-school Street Fighter games. You guys are going to vote on the game and the character I use in the game, and I'm going to be doing challenge runs on the hardest difficulty against the CPU, trying to beat it when the CPU in these games cheats tremendously. They completely read your inputs and cheat. It's going to be hard to do. It's going to be pretty fun. So,
Bro, the CPU cannot cheat, bro. What are you talking about? It's not even a person, dude. It literally just does what you tell it to do.
there's going to be a segment of that, maybe an hour or two of gameplay of classic Street Fighter. Then, we're going to be doing tier maker rankings. And the tier maker rankings are going to be all about fighting games, whether it's rating fighting game franchises, characters in Street Fighter, maybe Street Fighter games themselves. We're not sure. It'll probably be a couple different tier maker events that we'll do, like 2 different ones over the course of the day. That should be fun. In addition, I have a Street Fighter cookbook that was donated by the Dutch brothers, and my wife has decided she would like to cook out of that cookbook several different recipes, and we're going to be trying those out live on the stream.
Yeah, Cat's back in the content, baby. Let's go. Cat's gonna be in the content.
During the course of the day, like little finger foods and snacks, sandwiches, drinks, things like that. She's going to make a few that we're all going to try together. All right, pretty neat. And they're all tied to Street Fighter characters. We can read the background of what the food or thing's supposed to be. They all have little stories attached to them. And then actually try it out and see if it's any good. So we're going to do that. In addition to that, I'm going to actually be ordering a full meal that day for delivery as well, much like how we're doing tomorrow. We're going to do the same thing there and have a Feasting with Phil episode. And perhaps,
I don't know, dude, but like eating on camera, I'm just like, I don't feel like I would want to eat on. I don't know, like, not that there's anything wrong with it. Like, I see people eat on camera, and I don't mind it, but I feel like, I don't know. It could be considered lolcow behavior in some way. Phil makes it lolcow
I'll dress
behavior,
up a bit for
dude.
the event. We'll see.
You know,
I think
like,
about it. But anyway, so all this is happening in May as a way to hype up the impending release of Street Fighter 6. That'll be awesome. And then when Street Fighter 6 comes out, there's going to be a lot of content to be had. There's going to be offline World Tour mode. There's going to be taking every character, trying them out in training mode, learning their bread and butter tactics of combos.
Because he's like
special
stuffing
moves,
his
and then
face,
taking those
dude. It's
characters into an
disgusting.
online environment. In this game, Street Fighter 6, every character has their own individual rankings. So you can actually try them out and not have to worry about, oh, I'm playing someone who's been using their main character forever. You're going to be playing all low-level people just like you. So they have basically made it
Training mode.
a pretty interesting way where you can actually play with every character and have a
Phil needs training wheels, dude, for everything in life.
good time, at least for the first few hours before
Phil
you
was
start
the
playing
kid
good
who
people.
used
So that's
training
great.
wheels
I'll be
until he
playing
was
all the
like
new characters
10.
and everything. Plus, there's an arcade mode. I think it has, all kinds of stuff in this game. So there will be a lot of content to be had with Street Fighter 6. I'm not saying that the entire week will be Street Fighter 6, but a lot of my content will be that first week of June. So I hope you'll join me. It's going to be excellent. And people have actually contacted me and said, hey, Phil, so we know, you're playing Street Fighter 6 and we haven't actually watched in a while. People who used to like to watch me play Street Fighter. And let's be honest, I haven't played Street Fighter in depth since the launch of Street Fighter 5. That was literally the last time I covered Street Fighter in depth. So this is the first time in like 7 years, right, that I'll actually be playing a fighting game to any kind of major capacity. Typically, when I play a fighting game these days, yeah, I'll play it a little bit. I'll go through the story mode if there is one. I'll play it online for like a week and then I drop it, But this game, if I like it, I'd be more than happy to keep playing it long term. I'm actually very interested in playing some of the classic characters from the original Street Fighter 2 and see how they're playing in this one. So, I do feel like we will maybe see people come back who haven't been around in a very long time. They'll return and kind of, be here for Street Fighter 6. I'm happy. It sounds like Game Trekker's definitely one of these people who's down for that, and I'm down for it too. I'm really looking forward to it. By the way, there is one piece of game news I did want to talk about, and it ties into Street Fighter, so let's talk about it now. Capcom made an official statement last night that if they catch you playing the Street Fighter cracked beta that we've been talking about, that this beta for Street Fighter 6 has been out since December, and there's people who cracked it on PC and have been playing it nonstop to basically cheat.
Are they going to arrest
get
them?
An unfair advantage when the game comes out in June. Well, Capcom made the announcement, starting right now, if we catch you, you are banned.
Uh-oh.
But starting right now.
Starting right now.
Like, wait, what? The beta's been out since December. And
oh, you can never be happy, Phil. You can never be happy, bro.
They weren't supposed to. They were only supposed to be playing it for 3 days, but they've been playing it for 5 months straight.
They actually did what he wanted, bro. And he's complaining,
beta.
dude.
And these people are going to absolutely have a completely unfair advantage. All right? So now they're saying
Phil wants them to go back and retroactively ban every single fucking person who's like, dude, get out of it. Get out of here, dude. Get out of here. Bro, if I was them and I heard you, if I heard you, I'd be like, never mind, dude. We're not doing this anymore. Fuck this guy, Phil, dude. He's a piece of garbage.
If you get caught, like, for example, if anyone's streaming the beta and they're not supposed to be, if anyone is, showing evidence that they're playing the beta, they're going to get banned from the tournament circuit. They can't compete at all.
Phil,
I mean, they're not. I doubt they're going to do anything about them playing online, but essentially they're saying you will be banned and not allowed into the competitive tournament circuit. Now, the funny part is people are like, how the hell would they enforce that, right? How can you really definitively prove anything? I don't know. And what's the point? This has already been out for 5 months. So if someone's cheated for 5 months straight, they already have 5 months of knowledge and muscle memory and everything already. I mean, yeah, you got 1 month left until the release of the game. And yes, we don't know if the final released version will be exactly the same as the beta was, but still, you're going to have people who are going to, on day one, know every single top tier combo and strategy with the 8 characters that were in the beta, and that's completely unfair. That was not what was intended or what was supposed to happen.
What you're complaining about is asinine, dude, because, first of all, you're not a competitive player. You've said many times that you're not a competitive player anymore. You have no interest in ever playing competitively. But you have such a vested interest. What do you care, dude? You're a level 1 streamer, dude. You're literally a level 1 streamer who plays games at level 1, who has no friends, dude. Like, you don't play co-op games. You don't play against people, dude.
So,
what do you care,
hell,
dude? What do
right?
you fucking care,
So,
dude?
I already told you about this, guys.
What do you really care, dude?
We talked about it the other day. I have absolutely no aspirations to become a competitive Street Fighter player. And I just want you guys to understand this.
No,
Yes, that was in my past. Yes, it was fun when I did it. It was meaningful. I've got history there. But I don't have that kind of time or patience or even desire or drive anymore. I'm just being honest.
So what the
I'm
fuck
41.
do you care about any of
The
this
last
shit,
time I
dude?
played Street Fighter really competitively, you could argue, was probably during the Street Fighter 4 era, which was, Jesus, 13 years ago, right? So I just don't care about it anymore. I used to, but I much rather would cover these games at a fun level, and if I can get good at the game and actually maybe find a character or two I really like and play them online for
At
a
a
while,
fun
and try
level?
to do some online rankings or
At a fun level, why are you calling for drug testing in competitive gaming? At a fun level?
whatever. That's one thing, but I literally have no desire whatsoever, all right, to play this game at a competitive level or go to a tournament or anything like that. I really do feel like those days are behind me. Maybe before I die, whenever that may be, I will go to one more tournament to play Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo and maybe like Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2 or maybe X-Men vs. Street Fighter. Like, those are the games that back in the day I liked playing competitively the most. Maybe even Street Fighter 3 Third Strike to some extent, because I do like that game too. But you're not going to see me coming out of
I'm punching the air right now, dude.
to try to play
I'm punching the
any
air right
modern
now.
Capcom fighter at competitive level. Like, when they announced the Capcom Cup will have $1 million prize, I was like, I don't care. I just don't care. I didn't. No competitive fire was lit in my ass. A lot of people were like that, like, oh, I'm coming out of retirement to do it now, and I'm like, I don't care. And the thing is, already, I mean, we didn't even get out of the gates yet. Street Fighter 6 isn't even out yet, and already we have giant controversy with people who've been basically cheating for 5 months to get ahead, and absolutely those people will have an unfair advantage when the tournament scene launches in June, right? They absolutely will know everything about 8 characters in the game, hands up, hands down. It's going to be completely one-sided and unfair. So why on earth would I care about competitive Street Fighter when already the community is ruined? You know what I'm saying? Right at the launch of the game, the whole launch of the game is already competitively ruined. However, I do feel that for a more casual approach, it's going to work great. Again, me trying out new characters, strategies, taking them online, doing the offline content, doing online matches and sets, Zangief Madness, Blanca Madness. I'm totally cool with that. I think that'll be neat and fun stuff to follow. But do not get any impressions that I'm going to be going and playing this game competitively in tournaments or anything. I don't see it happening. And after all this controversy with this beta being cracked and basically people getting that unfair advantage at launch, I just don't want to jump back into the drama of the competitive fighting game community. I zero desire, really. Okay? Okay. Someone's asking, how do you tip anonymously? You tip and you don't give me your name. You just say, this is from Anonymous, and then it's an anonymous tip, and I'll read it as such. Okay.
That's not true. You're a fucking liar, bro. He gets your full name, dude. So do I. Anybody that tips me, Phil, I get their full name, just like you. Just like you, buddy.
We have some tips to shout out. Thank you very much, Game Tracker, for the $50 tip. Okay.
He's such a liar, dude.
I received a $1 tip from an anonymous tipper. No, from Komisan. Do you regret choosing to play Star Wars over Dead Island 2? No. Your fans were pretty vocal about wanting to see it, and then you straight up denied it. Correct, because I knew it was shit. Not trying to be negative, it's up to you, and you choose Star Wars because it's popular. No, I chose Star Wars because I played the first one, and it was great.
He's such
and
a liar,
all
bro.
signs pointed to the sequel being great. Like, it does look great. If you actually look at the gameplay elements and the world design, the game looks...
Phil's talking about being anonymous on the stream. Like, he's not talking about being anonymous behind the scenes, right? So, he's such a sleazeball, bro.
Great. It looks like it's a big improvement. The multiple lightsaber stances and stuff. The game looks really good. The problem is the implementation, that the graphics don't run well, and they got to fix it. But outside of that, Star Wars absolutely will eventually be a much better game than Dead Island 2 is. Just the core
there's
aspect of it, you see.
I have a Streamlabs link in the description.
Continuing on. I received a $5 tip from Guitar Player. He says, Horizon Forbidden West runs at 60 frames per second. Jedi Survivor is running at less than 30 frames per second. That's sad. It is true. Now listen, of all the criticisms that I had for Horizon Forbidden West, including that a lot of the content did not seem to be meaningful. Like, there's entire side quest lines and areas of the game that are not needed. I didn't like the changes they made to the cauldrons and the fact that you do an entire giant optional dungeon and you really get no reward for it. All right? And the story. I thought that the ending of the story was abysmally bad. I was really upset that the story ended like that because I feel like the ending of the first game was just so much better. Okay? But even with all those criticisms of Horizon Forbidden West, there's one thing that can be said. That game
scared the shit out of me.
Really
Holy fuck.
freaking good graphics, right? The visuals of that game are absolutely outstanding, and it performed ridiculously well on the PlayStation 5. So, if you're looking for a graphical marvel, that's definitely a game you want to play. I remember, being in the Las Vegas desert, and you go to the ancient Las Vegas, and it light it up and everything. You're like, oh my god, this looks so cool and everything, right? So, yeah, I would say I agree with you there 100%, Guitar Player. It's a shame that... It's weird. Put the graphics of Horizon Forbidden West with the gameplay elements and the world design of Star Wars, and you've got Game of the Year, right? But instead we got, this game looks great, but has a lot of shortcomings. On the other end, this game plays great, but has all these graphical issues. Like, what the hell, dude? Combine them. Make a super game, right? Stormforce Gamer says, Horizon was made exclusively for PlayStation only. Absolutely correct. And that likely is probably why it runs so well.
Absolutely correct.
So maybe it is time.
He did nothing wrong.
To stop with the cross-platform nonsense and start focusing on exclusive delivery of games if it means that they're going to be great. I don't know. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's a bad thing. I don't know. Anyway, continuing on. I received a $3.33 tip from I Like to Shit My Pants. That's the person's name. That's
Very
not
nice.
what I like to do.
Very nice.
He
No,
said, I am watching your closet clean out.
It is what you like to
Do
do.
you have any quotes for games and peripherals? No. I haven't sold anything. As I told you guys.
I hate these people. I hate these people for fucking giving him money, dude. But when they give us out of context clips like that, I do love that. I like to shit my pants. That's a nice clip, Phil. See, now that's going in like a Meerkat song at some point,
When we were cleaning out that closet, I can't sell anything online.
But it's like he knows, dude. He plays into it by like saying it perfectly. I like to shit my pants. And then he pauses. Tip $3. I'm like, okay. I'm just gonna cut that there and I guess move on.
If I were to try to sell something on eBay or whatever,
He knows exactly what he's doing, dude.
The fucking listing.
It's like he plays into
There's nothing
it.
I can do about it. I looked for a third-party reseller.
Unless he's that dumb.
Like, what I was looking for
Is he really that dumb?
would there be a business around here where I could go and say, hey, would you consign my collectibles that I have in there, those games and things that I have in there, could you consign them and put them online and sell them for me, and then you could take a cut? I was looking for that kind of service. I couldn't find anyone in this area that does.
Yo, somebody just texted me and was like, yo, Willie Nelson's birthday is today too. I was like, oh shit, me and Willie Nelson got that same birthday, dog. That's lit. Willie Nelson. I'm gonna take this rip for Willie Nelson.
All right? It sucks. I was hoping someone would do it. There's no one. If I try to sell them, someone will troll me and ruin whatever I try to sell it. Any kind of an online auction or whatever, it will be completely ruined. So I can't sell it myself, and I can't find someone to sell it for me, right? So the only way that I could sell this stuff would either be to massively undervalue it.
I'm sorry, I have to keep pausing it, but he never stops talking, so if I want to say anything, I have to pause it. I just always thought that the argument about, like, why can't he sell stuff online? He says it's because trolls will shut it down, but, like, how would they know unless you told them about it, right? Like, you make a brand new eBay account and you post some shit up and just don't tell anybody about it, and no one's ever gonna find out. But he keeps saying he can't do it because trolls are gonna find out. But how would they find out unless you tell them?
And sell it to someone who's not.
Am I wrong, dude? Am I crazy, dude?
People are saying go to a pawn shop, go to a flea market. Oh yeah, so I could sell all that for like $40, right? People are saying that's worth thousands of dollars, the shit that I have in there. But you want me to sell it for $40? Like, what's the point, right? So that's not going to work. Or the other option would be to contact stores that have this kind of stuff, resellers from like Seattle, and actually call them and say, hey, listen, so I'm a YouTuber online. I got this collection of games. They're in really good condition. They've been sitting in my closet for a decade. I'm not using them. I want to get rid of them. Can we make a deal? Can I come and, have all my stuff and we'll go through it and you can value it and we'll, sell it or whatever? I'd be down for that. But the problem is time. I work 6 days a week full time. You guys know this. And then on top of that, the 1 day a week I get off is primarily used for errands like going grocery shopping, pet supplies, appointments for various different important things.
Right, it's the same every week, dude. It's the same shit. Every goddamn week. Every week. Groceries. Haircut. Jasper. Jerk off. Fucking drink gin.
Doctors and lawyers and all kinds of shit.
Lawyers.
Right? So with all that going on.
Now lawyers, dude. Now lawyers too. I got this fire thumbnail, dude. I've been waiting to use it. Phil just has to talk some more about legal shit.
I don't have time to say, hey, let's just go to Seattle and drive around to stores and see if they'll buy my stuff. I don't have time for it, maybe one day I would. It's just not now. So I'm kind of stuck,
I got the lawyer thumbnail, dude. I got it ready, dude. I made it. It's fire.
The stuff's still in there. I haven't sold a single thing since the closet cleaned out last year. It just sat there. I don't know what else to say. So,
I'm waiting for the legal bag.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks there. Now we have Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan, who did a super chat and said Kakarot. Well, thank you to Broly for the super chat. And then Dex gifted a membership to the channel. And that membership went to Charles. Congratulations, Charles, and thank you, Dex. What I would like to say is, apologies to anyone who feels like they get moderated erroneously. Last night, Dex did get moderated erroneously on my late night stream. I was getting trolled by a bunch of people. Here's what happened. So, a bunch of idiotic trolls have decided to try to make accounts, okay, that are the names of real viewers from over the years. There was someone who came in here last night and they were using names like Sucka Surprise, Usagi Jojo, and others. These are fans who've actually been contributors and stuff over the years. And they're coming in with these accounts.
It sounds like these people really know their lore, Phil. I wonder who they really are.
And they're saying dumb shit to try to make me feel like...
Wouldn't you like to know, Phil?
On me or something. It's funny because like Usagi Jojo, I haven't seen on a stream in a long time.
Well, it might have been
out of nowhere, he's here last night saying stuff like, oh, I'm trying to tip you, and I left you a big message. I'm like, there's
It might-
no tip and there's no message. I don't know what you're talking about. Come to find out, it wasn't really them. It was someone impersonating.
How do you
them. They
know?
Owned their account on YouTube.
It could have been.
And we're trying to basically troll. All right. So
It could have been Usagi Jojo. Right?
there's other people as well. Like there was, I think, Suck a Surprise last night.
Suck a
among
Surprise
other people.
came
so
back.
All
you
that was
know?
happening, and I was trying to deal with that. I was also trying to play Star Wars, and Star Wars was a piece of shit, right? And then on top of that, some other people were saying things, and I guess they were either saying things and it was like out of context, or I was reading it as the wrong context. And I think Dex had said something, and he was talking directly to a troll, being a stupid idiot, and he was saying something to the troll, and I didn't know that. I thought that he was tagging me and
Yeah.
saying it to me, so I inappropriately moderated him.
Oh.
All right, and I'm human and I make mistakes, and I apologize for when I do that. So I apologize to Dex for doing that because that was my fault. And if ever you find yourself, yeah, Clyde just said it. What if you're caught in a crossfire? Exactly. If you find yourself caught in a crossfire, just contact me. Just email me, darksidephil@hotmail.com.
Yeah, dude, you don't see shit. Everything gets spam filtered. Literally everything goes into your spam filter. You never see it, dude, and that's what you always say, dude. You're such a piece of garbage, dude.
Say, hey man, last night something happened. I don't know, but can you look into it because I don't feel like that was right, and I'll look into it. And 9 times out of 10, I'll unban you unless it's a situation where I absolutely remember. Oh yeah, you were a dick. You were an actual asshole. There's no way I'm letting you back, right? For the most part.
Bro, the guy was just like, that's what a lot of people do when like a troll, like an obvious troll is like in chat. A lot of people will like directly tag the troll and like respond to him. I guess Phil was not having any of it.
I'll unban anyone. So that's how to handle it. Be sure to email me. I'll look at it personally, and take care of it. And I'm always willing to admit fault when I know that I screwed up. Last night I absolutely screwed up with Dex. He shouldn't have been moderated at all. He did nothing wrong. And I'm like I said, I have flaws. I'm human.
6-star
I'm
Batista.
Aspiring to do better.
6-star
And I
Batista.
apologize, but he's back and it's all good. So thank you, Dex, for the gifted membership this morning. Derek says happy Saturday. Can't wait to see his videos today. Yeah, DSP versus the Internet coming up soon. Should be a good show. Jade says, sup, I just stopped by. He says, thank you for not playing Star Wars today. Yeah, but this is also something that I got to bring up. There were people, Jade was one of them, but there were people who were actually telling me they were getting motion sick trying to watch me play Star Wars because the frame rate was going 60, 30, 20, 30, 40.
No, they were getting sick at your disgusting behavior. That's what they were getting sick at.
5, 60, 40, 30.
Vomiting.
And that's just happening. People were actually getting sick. They're like, oh my God, I'm going to barf. I don't blame you. This happens.
Bro, there's
When
an
you have frame rate
armored
issues
car,
like that, like
bro.
the same thing used to
Oh,
happen when I was playing
I would get that, dude.
VR. When you play VR games,
Oh,
when you
man.
have frame rates and stuff that are kind of going all over the place, you can get sick to your stomach. And yeah, there was a few people complaining about it. It wasn't just Jade. There was a couple of different people who were saying that this was a problem. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. I wish the game ran better. I can't believe how bad it's running. It's stupid. So yeah, I'm not gonna waste everyone's time, including mine. We're just gonna wait, and hopefully it's gonna get patched this week. Like they're saying, EA is claiming they're gonna patch it this week. I hope so. Okay. I received a $1.25 tip from Mr. Puffy Nipples. There's a store called Pink Gorilla Games that will give you money. They stream on Twitch sometimes. Well, there you go. I'd be down for that. I'd be down to contact a store like that in Seattle if they're interested in my collection to talk out, pricing and value, and then probably eventually go there one day and sell them the stuff in person. You have to, right? Unless they want me to ship it to them. But again, I don't have time to do any of this. It sucks. I really would like to sell some of this stuff. Those games are just sitting there. I'm never going to play them, right? For people like that Earthworm Jim game's worth a lot.
Phil. Think about how many pulls you could do. Think about how many pulls you could do with all that money from that shit, dude. You could probably pull at least 1 or 2 3-star if you drop an extra couple grand into WWE champions. It would be good for you, Phil. I think you should do it.
Those classic Mega Mans are worth a lot. But I gotta find the time. Right now, I just don't have it. Time is something I don't have right now.
This guy's spurging out, dude.
I still need to do a review for DSP Reacts. I'm hoping to do it tonight. After the late stream, I'm hoping to do a review of Godzilla vs. Kong. But I need time to do it. I haven't had time. You know, it's ridiculous. Okay.
No time, man. No time.
Jax Gaming, what makes you think you could get a digital refund? I'm just curious. Like, he's like, you get a refund on Star Wars and play it on PlayStation. What are you talking about? Right? Like, where do you think you could get a refund like that? I've already played the game for over 5 hours, right?
That's not long enough. You can still return it, right?
And it's a digital purchase. There's been very few exceptions where you've been able to get refunds like that. So I don't even know what you're talking about. How would I even be able to get that? What are some of the videos today? Looks like there's a comedy skit. There's a funny history video. There's a food vlog. There's a biography about someone. Another skit. I don't even know. This is just like one of those random videos. A gameplay, early gameplay of a certain game people have been telling me about. Let's see here. Before they were famous, celebrity commercials. Some kind of a skit about Street Fighter 2. An interview with Bob Odenkirk. That looks pretty good. Some more sports stuff. Some random game clips. Highlights of the
Better Call Saul, baby.
One, which would be pretty
Beggar
fun.
Call Saul.
And that's just a few things. You know,
Beggar
70
Call
videos
Saul.
in this playlist. 70. I don't know how many we're going to get to, but I certainly would like to get to some of these. For example, Super Blind Man's in here. Someone nominated the video where Super Blind Man is showing you the blind driving assistance in the new Forza Motorsport game.
Oh, run.
I would love to watch that. So I guess we'll see. There's an animal video.
Got him.
Some kind of a trailer. Yeah. It's a good variety of stuff. Like, there's a ton of variety in this week. I guess we'll see how far we get, because this is quite a lot of videos. I don't know how far we're going to get. Yeah, there's timeline videos. Yeah, there's a good amount.
Super Blind Man showing you.
There's no K-pop, and there's only 2 food videos. One's at the very beginning, and one's at the very end. So there's really very doubtful we're even going to get to more than one food video today. Looks like we're going to only have the one.
Yo, this blind guy showed me something great the other day.
Carliga says, I'm going to wait for Star Wars Jedi to be fixed with a performance patch. Do you want to try Last Case of Benedict Fox? That's a good question. You know, I really was only going to play The Last Case of Benedict Fox as a way to kill time for a day. But if I will put it this way. If people are interested, I will do it. Let's see if people are interested. Because the earliest I'm going to do it is Monday or Tuesday anyway. So you guys give me your feedback. Are you interested in seeing me try out The Last Case of Benedict Fox? It's on Game Pass. I can play it right now. It released on Thursday. Let me know what you think. If you want to see it, then I would maybe check it out for a stream. If you're not interested, then we'll skip it.
I have no clue what that is.
Okay. Okay. Excuse me.
No actual clue what that is, dude.
Derek says, I believe Super Blind Man was involved in the Guardians of the Galaxy game. He was, right? To some extent. I think he was in the credits for it. Correct.
What, it said Super Blind Man in the credits?
Ronnie the Johnny says, would you ever go back to Proteus? It's only about a 5 to 6 hour game.
Oh!
I liked Proteus. It looks good. I would consider playing it at some point. I don't see why not. You always gotta have people who gotta be stupid. Like, someone asked, will you play The Last Case of Benedict Fox? And I say, well, let's see. It's on Game Pass. There's no risk. We can do it for one stream. I would consider it. Do people want it? And then you get idiots. No, I want to see Dead Island 2. And it's like... There's sometimes you wonder about the future of humanity. Right? You're like, oh, man. I don't know. I don't know about this. Maybe we should just...
Bro, some people want to see Dead Island, bro.
I don't know.
What's wrong with that? People like different shit, Phil. They're allowed to.
after pizza, Domino's Pizza. What does that mean? I have no idea. No, I've never ridden in a tank. No, I'm not bringing back Atomic Heart. Oh, does it? Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is coming out? I didn't even know that. There's a third Guardians of the Galaxy movie that's coming out May 5th. Oh, I really didn't know that. Damn, that's soon. That's like 1 week. I didn't even know that. Is it
How do you
James
not
Gunn
know
still
that?
he's still write and direct it?
How do you not know that?
I don't know, like, the first Guardians movie I really liked. The second one I just thought was meh. It wasn't that good. I thought the first Guardians movie was really funny, but the second one I didn't really laugh that much at.
Even I know that, and I don't know shit about movies.
Lanuli says, should submissions for DSP versus the internet be one video member at this rate? Well, here's the thing. The way I see it is when we get so many members that doing 2 submissions is too many, then we'll do 1. But right now, for example, we have 70 videos, right? Last week, we almost got to the end of the playlist. I want to say we got through like maybe 30 to 40 videos, maybe 50. Like, we got pretty far into the playlist last week. It really depends on the week, I feel, and what the videos are. Some of them I'm going to watch longer, and some of them I'm going to watch for a second and be like, what is this? And skip it, right? So it really depends on the content. I don't feel like we've had a week yet where, like, wow, we barely got through anything. I don't really feel that yet. If we feel that, then yes, I would make it so that it's only 1 video per member, but I don't think we've gotten to that point yet. Plus, I do feel like we lost a bunch of members this week. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like there was a member bomb, and the member bomb expired. So I think when we go over on DSP Reacts, last week we were 114 members. I bet it's going to be like 80. Seriously, I think we went like way down in members this week. I guess we'll find out. Elsky. Shout out to Elsky who re-upped his membership for 23 months. This Phil, I hope you're doing well. Thank you, Elsky. I'm doing as well as I can be. I'm making lemonade out of lemons, right? We're having fun. It's all good. Cheetah Man says, yes, my membership lapsed. It was part of that bomb last month. I had a feeling that at the end of March, there was a big member bomb over on DSP Reacts, and it had expired. So I think today we're going to be down. I'm serious. We're going to be down like 80 members over there. But not only do we have DSP versus the internet today, tomorrow we got the long-form React event. So maybe tomorrow we'll have some people rejoin or become members, or maybe another member bomb over there. We'll see, to support the channel. I guess we'll find out.
It's like Phil knows that it's like that Phil knows that OIC is there watching.
Derek says, yes, his ended on April 25th. So there you go. So a lot of people's memberships have expired this week. I get the feeling we're way down. We're going to find out in just a few minutes here when we set up for that show. So, excuse me. My stupid throat. You can always tell allergy season. My throat's all screwed up again. It's all gunked up. I think I might need to take an allergy pill today. It's starting to hit me here. Well, happy early birthday to your Uncle Juan. Did I have breakfast? Yes, a plain bagel with veggie cream cheese. Toasted with the cream cheese on it. It was delicious. With a black coffee. That was my breakfast.
I almost have a feeling that somebody's going to drop a large member bomb today. I just have a weird feeling.
Yeah, Derek, I barely watch movies at all these days. He says, these days there's so many movies that come out, it's hard to watch all of them unless you have like a movie card, like a movie pass. Yeah, I haven't stayed active with movies in a very long time. Why veggie cream cheese? Because it tastes good. Veggie cream cheese, it has pieces of vegetables in it. It has that extra flavor. I like plain cream cheese too, but I like ones with flavor too. Let's see here. I received a $1.25 tip from Spawn Killer. I'm having surgery on my arm. I can't bend my thumb. It's really tough playing games. Hopefully they'll fix it. Hope so. What's the cause? Has it been explained to you what the actual cause is? Is it a nerve issue? Is it a muscle issue? Right? Like, I'm curious. I haven't heard the thumb issue. I've heard foot issues, like where a muscle gets screwed up in your leg, and the next thing you know, you can't have, like, your foot won't bend right. And it's painful to even walk, and you have to have surgery to, like, release the tenseness of a tendon or something.
Yeah, Carter.
It sounds very similar.
Welcome.
I wish you the best. I hope that works out. Beware of Bob has become a channel member here. Thank you, Beware of Bob. I appreciate that very much. That gets us up to 600 293 members here on DSP Gaming. 7 to go to hit 700, which would be an awesome, cool milestone here. Thank you so much. What's the last movie I saw in a theater? Spider-Man Homecoming. Seriously. And it was with Kat. And it was early on before she had even moved in with me. So 2017 or early 2018. Yeah, that was the last movie I saw in a theater. No, I've never ridden in a Hummer. Willow, you do ask some ridiculous questions sometimes. You realize that, right? Sometimes you ask questions that could be pertinent, and other times you ask the most ridiculous off-the-wall questions. No, I've never been in a Hummer. Nor do I plan to be. I don't want to be in a giant vehicle like that. Beware of Bob, B-O-B. B-O-B, B-O-B. I don't, B-O-B-B-B.
The rapper?
Have I seen the Flash trailer? No, I saw it released, but I did not see the trailer itself. This is the new trailer for the Flash movie, right? Nathan Smith gifted yet another membership. This one went to Chill Baxter. Congrats to Chill Baxter. Be sure to thank Nathan. Thank you, Nathan.
Yo, it's the Baxter version of Chill Murray, dude. Chill Baxter.
So we're winding down. We got about another 10 minutes on the show. If anyone has any topics to talk about, either tag me in the chat, or if you do a contribution, I'll shout it out.
It's Chill Murray's little brother,
Derek
dude.
says some new movies coming out this year. Wonka.
Yo,
Wonka.
Chill
There's
Murray,
a new Willy Wonka
Chill Murray's
movie.
little brother is a denthead, dude.
A new Hunger Games, Transformers.
I knew he was
Little
hiding
Mermaid,
something,
Indiana
bro.
Jones, The Dial of Destiny, Blue Beetle, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem.
Chill Murray's brother is a denthead. I fucking knew it.
Yes, konnichiwa to you, Juan David Ortega. There you go.
Level 3, let's go. Level 3'd out.
Did I ever play Resident Evil Outbreak? Is Outbreak the one that was the light gun game? The on-rail shooter, a light gun game? If that's the case, the answer is no. I've played... there was a collection of that style of game that came out later on like PS3, and I think, or was it Wii? I think I played a collection on the Wii, but I never played Outbreak. That was the one like old school, right? Or am I misremembering? Was Outbreak the online game? Because there's two different Resident Evil games I never played back in the day. One was the gun shooter, and one was the online enabled game. I never played
gun shooters.
But now I'm confused. I don't remember either one. I've never had a dream car. I'm not a car guy, nor do I really care, so I don't have a dream car. Do I shout guns?
What?
Yes, I shout at guns all the time. I take a handgun and I scream,
have a
"You
dream
son
car.
of a bitch! You destructive force! You're evil!" I yell at it.
Phil
Do I shoot guns? No, I also don't shoot guns, but I shout at them.
Phil's stupid, bro. Oh, I want that airdrop, son.
Yes, I hope we do have a fun, positive vibe today. I hope so.
Oh, it's fuck, man.
No, the gun shooter was called Survivor. So was Outbreak the online-enabled one? I never played that one either. Survivor was a light gun game.
Yeah,
Umbrella
he's pretty
Dark Side
funny,
Chronicles
dude.
were the Wii games.
He's well.
Okay.
He's awful and terrible and stupid, but he's funny.
I did play Sonic and Knuckles. I did not own it back in the day.
He's funny in a highly regarded type of way.
Wonka comes out in November, starring Rowan Atkinson, Hugh Grant, Timothy Chalamet. It's a Willy Wonka family musical comedy. What the hell? JDTV says, I pre-ordered Jedi Survivor. I can't even play it now because it has such bad performance. It's bullshit. We're all screwed. We all got screwed on this game. Spawn Killer did another $1.25 tip. He says, it's complications from shoulder surgery. I guess my nerve got tense. My nerve got compressed. Oh, that okay. Makes sense. If your nerve is screwed up, it's constantly sending a false signal, telling your thumb to be compressed or moving when it's not supposed to. So I guess what they're going to do is do surgery to fix the nerve? Huh. Oh, I know. Listen, I know all about nerves. I still, to this day, can't feel the tip of my thumb. Like, I don't have any feeling right here. I can feel pressure, but I have no feeling there. From when I pinched a nerve in my neck years and years ago, I've never had full feeling in my thumb ever since. That was like a decade ago. It still never came back. So, I know all about nerve issues.
There's a Despicable Me 4 coming out. Oh my god. I'm excited for the Fallout show. You know, I hope it's well done. I don't know what the hell kind of a show they're going to do. I'd be interested to see how they implement a Fallout show, but I have no confidence it's going to be great or anything, but hopefully it'll be interesting. Arkham is saying this happened with the other one. See, I don't remember that. I played Jedi Fallen Order. I mean, I don't recall having issues. I don't recall Jedi Fallen Order having graphical issues. I thought I played it fine, had no issues, right? Trigger says, I'm currently playing Code Veronica on the Dreamcast. Assuming I played it once, about a decade ago. Well, a little less than a decade ago. How would you rank it with the Resident Evil games? Would you do a Resident Evil tier list? I don't know. I can't really remember. I remember the gameplay elements being good, but the story being really weird. But I don't remember it that well. I'd have to replay it to really rank it. But I would love to do a Resident Evil ranking someday. Maybe if I play Zero and Code Veronica again, then I could rank them accurately. I feel like I'd have to play those again, and then I could rank them. Do I like knitting? I have never knit a single thing, so I don't know.
They wanted him to say...
like Starship Troopers the movie? I did like Starship Troopers the movie when it came out. It was kind of gruesome, over-the-top gruesome, with the gore and the deaths. But I thought I was entertained by it.
You know what they wanted him to say.
Did I see all 3 Despicable Me's? I know I saw the first one. I might have seen the second. I don't remember. Puricato says, I'm actually playing Resident Evil 0 right now. Good for you. Jade says, how's Jasper? Jasper's good. He's his usual silly self. He's happy. I'm sure he's happy we're air conditioning the house right now with the heat outside. It's gone up about 3 or more degrees since I've been doing this podcast. I just checked the weather. Yeah, it says that the temperature outside went up by like 3 or 4 degrees. Just sitting here.
Bullshit, dude! No, dude.
Dark Souls.
What did I click on? Oh. Well, that's it. That's it. Yeah, because I think the stream was over. It probably ended like a couple minutes later. Yeah. Yep. Okay, well. Wait. What? Oh, he's on Reacts, right? All right. Well, I hope everybody has a great day. I'm gonna go try to enjoy the rest of my birthday, I guess. I'm starting to feel a little better. I felt sick and I don't know. I feel a little better. But we'll go try to enjoy the birthday. Peace out, everybody. And I will catch y'all later.
Lost all my subscribers. I'm not monetized anymore. I shouldn't attack the bar free.
Thank you, everybody.
I need my boy free.
Peace out.
I know, pray when I see it. I've been a predator all my damn life. I'm built different than them. I'm cut from a different cloth. We ain't the same. There may be some gunfire, bloodshed, and bullets. Dog. Damn. Blue flavor trickle. Dog. Laying on your back, spreading your leg, dog. I know, pray when I see it. Dog. I've been a predator all my damn life. Ain't no clapback videos. I'm looking. I'm built different. We ain't the same. Dog. I'll touch him anytime I feel like it. I'm touching him now. I come from scum. That's why I'm a Christian. I come from backwoods, incest-driven maniacs. I'm designed and built to bully effeminate men. We come from the bottom, and he raises us up, and he cleans us off. And from that point forward, I've been walking clean. Yo! Dog. Damn. Doodle flavored trickle. Dog. Laying on your back, spreading your leg, dog. I know, pray when I see it. Dog. Damn. I've been a predator all my damn life. Punk ass sissified boy. I'm built different, dog. We ain't the same. Please, suck my ass.
Hold up, hold the hell up. I didn't want to forget those bargain bin fluffers who calls themselves detractors. No, not all of you fam. Season motherfucking 2.
I need my boyfriend. Spreading your leg, dog. I need my boyfriend. Laying on your back, dog. I need my boyfriend. Hey man, I want you to suck a dog off, dog. I need my boyfriend. For a train being run on effeminate men, dog. I need my boyfriend. Punk ass sissified boy. Spreading your leg. I need my boyfriend. For a train being run on effeminate men. Let me tell you something, brother. When I hold a man's penis, I tell you what I do. I hold on to it tight, brother. Because if that penis is marked to Philip, woo, that's how it happens. Hey, man, I want you to suck a dog off.
One more.
Me tomaré licor para el dolor y las heridas. Hoy en esta cantina me quedaré escuchando a JJ y a Sabina.
Taking shots of tequila at the Cobra's Cantina. Quench your thirst for adventure at the Cobra's Cantina. Sipping with Satan at the Cobra's Cantina. The tastiest drink combos you've ever seen. Sipping at the Cobra's Cantina. At the Cobra's Cantina. Looking for a woman to touch your wiener. And she's looking for a man too. Shots of tequila at the Cobra's Cantina. Tastiest drink combos you ever seen. At the Cobra's Cantina. Thirstiest people you've ever seen. Enjoy your liquor and booze and cut loose. At the Cobra's Cantina. Thirsty quenching, the best drink combos you've ever seen. At the Cobra's Cantina. Drink some beer and cut loose of your fear. At the Cobra's Cantina. And relax with the Cobra's Cantina. Caressing your glass, looking for a piece of ass at the Cobra's Cantina. Forget about your troubles at the Cobra's Cantina. At the Cobra's Cantina. Prettiest cocktail waitresses you've ever seen. At the Cobra's Cantina. Forget about your troubles at the Cobra's Cantina. Taking shots of tequila at the Cobra's Cantina. The tastiest drinks you've ever seen at the Cobra's Cantina. We're drinking shots of whiskey and tequila at the Cobra's Cantina. Tastiest drink combos you ever seen at the Cobra's Cantina. Quench your thirst for adventure. The cutest cocktail waitresses you ever seen at the Cobra's Cantina. Fuck the bullshit of the day, and you know what I mean when I say let's have a drink at the Cobra's Cantina. Tastiest drinks you ever seen where the prices are fair and the weather's just fine at the Cobra's Cantina. Have a drink and hang out with your friends, cause they seen ya at the Cobra's Cantina. We're drinking at the Cobra's Cantina. Sexiest cocktail waitresses you've ever seen treat them nicely, don't be a mean asshole at the Cobra's Cantina. Try your luck at the Cobra's Cantina. Quench your thirst with the tastiest drinks you've ever seen at the Cobra's Cantina. The drinks and the music are flowing at the Cobra's Cantina. Having drinks at the Cobra's Cantina. Tastiest drink combos you've ever seen.